Hi, in this tutorial, we will talk about the table variables and what they are and how they are using in SQL. So, table variables is primarily used for temporarily storing a set of rows that are returned in the table value function result set. This is it's mean that I have a set of rows. I'm gonna store them in a variable, and then I'm gonna use the variable in my next script. So I'm gonna show you guys what's this point mean, and the table variable can be used in functions and store procedures as well. Um, we have two types of the table variable. We have scalar variables and we have table variables. What the scalar variables mean? It's mean like return one, return for me only one value. That's this is the scalar variable, and for the table variable, it's return for me one or more value or columns. We're gonna take an example on each. So for the scalar variable, I'm gonna say declare at like let's say at count int set at count equal, I'm gonna say select count everything from, let me choose one of these databases, simple tag. Let me go to the student. Okay, and this is my query to create a scalar variable, but it's not and. You have now to use uh, your table variable or scalar variable. You want now I add the count number inside my variable. So if I want the number of the rows for students, I will use the at count uh, like this. Select at count as student count. Let me do it like this. So see guys, I as I mentioned, I use the at count my variable first. I declare it, and then I said, okay, I need you to put this value inside my declared variable, and then I will use my variable right here. As right now it's represent for me the count number of rows for students. I'm going to show you here. If I add this one here, it has the same result, like as student count underscore 2 underscore 1. This is 1, this is 2, both they are the same result, but here I took the count of the students and added to or put it inside my variable, and then I use my variable. But remember, you cannot use your variable directly. It's going to ask you to declare it. So if you want to use it, you have to highlight of all your declaration table variable, and then your usage of your uh, variable. This is how I used my variable, the scalar, and you can like there is like you can use something else. Like you can say, okay, if I want to not not like this one. Okay, this is the example of the scalar variable. But now I will go to the table variable. Here, as I mentioned here, it says return for me one or more value or columns. What does that mean? It mean it will be clear for you in this example. Declare, but I need declare. Uh, let's think for something. Declare at for something. Declare at a table. Okay, let me see. Uh, add student table. Student underscore table. I'm gonna use my student table right here. Okay, add student table. This is as a table. Okay, just like when you are creating a table, a regular table, this is how you are using the same on your uh, table variable. Let's say here, I'm going to make a symbol. I'm going to take the student name as vaka 255 and student uh, class vaka 255, and I want the student age as well. Make it for me, and that's it. This is my table, and now this is my table, but it's empty. So insert into add a student. Okay, like I'm gonna say select. Um, just let me make this a little bit down. Oh, too much. From student here, so it will return for me the columns student name, student class, student age. Okay, I'm gonna inserting. Now I see the 15 records that I pulled from the student table I inserted to my table variable called add student table. So here, if I want to use it, I'm gonna say select everything from add student table. You cannot use it, like just the accident table, because it's gonna tells you, hey, I need you to declare it. So you have to highlight everything. And here is my table, which is this is my add student table. All my records that I pulled from the student, I added to my add student, and I just can use it just like a regular table. Say, okay, um, where like student age, for example, it's more than 19. Okay, this is how you are using uh, the table variable. And I would like to bring this to your attention. See here, when I use a scalar variable, when I declare it, I say to my variable set. But here I insert into my variable the columns or the rows, because here this is a table, and this one it's just only return for me one value. All right, this is the difference between the scalar variable and table variable. Thank you for watching, and see you for next videos.